Well, howdy there, Internet people, it's Beau again. So today, we're going to talk about Trump being allowed to deploy troops in Portland after it was made clear they aren't needed or wanted. A divided federal appeals court for the Ninth Circuit has overturned a temporary restraining order that was preventing the deployment of troops to Portland, Oregon, saying, quote, "After considering the record at this preliminary stage, we conclude that it is likely that the president lawfully exercised his statutory authority under 10 U.S.C. Section 12406, which authorizes the federalization of the National Guard when the president is unable with the regular forces to execute the laws of the United States. Trump's government apparently can't function in Portland right now." The majority went on to write that, quote, "Even if the president may exaggerate the extent of the problem on social media, this does not change that other facts provide a colorable basis to support the statutory requirements." That's right. Even when agreeing with Trump, the court seems to be suggesting that Trump is misleading the public. The dissenting judge, Susan P. Graber, wrote, quote, "Given Portland protesters' well-known penchant for wearing chicken suits, inflatable frog costumes, or nothing at all, when expressing their disagreement with the methods employed by ICE, observers may be tempted to view the majority's ruling, which accepts the government's characterization of Portland as a war zone, as merely absurd." She went on to suggest the move was damaging to the Constitution itself. Said the ruling, quote, "is not merely absurd. It erodes core constitutional principles, including sovereign states' control over their states' militias and the people's First Amendment rights to assemble and to object to the government's policies and actions." To be clear, this is absurd, it's wasteful, and potentially dangerous. But it clears the way to have troops stand around outside federal buildings and pretend to do something while wasting taxpayer dollars. This does not clear the way for martial law or even a close facsimile. Trump saying that his government can't function in Portland shortly after tens of thousands were in the streets of the city over the weekend, and there was no widespread violence, is kind of funny in its own way. In the aftermath of the No Kings demonstration, a few hundred gathered at an immigration facility in Portland. Federal law enforcement deployed tear gas, and law enforcement of all levels appear to have detained or arrested a grand total of 4 people. It seems as though regular forces have the situation in hand. It's important to remember that indications are that Trump ordered the deployment to Portland after being confused by old footage of events that occurred under his first term. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.